Hello, I'm Dr. Jack Hinderman.
And I'm Dr. Jenny Leist.
And we're your family's chiropractor in Dubuque, Iowa. And today we're going to expand our conversation. And what are we going to talk about today?
We're going to talk about we've had a couple families coming in with fevers.
Fevers?
Yeah.
Yeah. So fevers, and then what's the most common thing that a mom or a parent's going to want to do with a fever?
Probably give them Tylenol or ibuprofen of some sort.
Going to want to
Child
reduce
form.
it. Yeah. Yeah, so that's what we've been finding is that for the kids that we've taken care of, they're coming in maybe a little misunderstanding about fever and how that all works. So just to set a baseline for you guys here, life is expressed and experienced through the nerve system. It happens no other way, which means oftentimes if there's a fever,
it's there for a reason.
It's there for a reason. The body is really intelligent on this. Now, there's a lot of fear around fever. What are some of the most common things people are afraid of?
I've heard seizures they're afraid of, or death they're afraid of, or which usually that's due to dehydration, isn't it?
Yeah, there's usually there can be some other complicating factors. Some kids are more apt to have the febrile seizure than others, and I've not personally experienced that, but I can imagine that it is scary for a mom to go through that. So I can completely understand where that comes from. But let's talk specifically about these conversations that we've been having with our parents led us to really start diving into a little bit of the most common treatments. Let's talk about Tylenol, aka acetaminophen. Another theme in our office is asthma this month. So basically we're sharing a lot of messages about asthma because we want to offer healthier, better solutions for your children who are struggling with asthma. But what did we find first of all? Let's talk about acetaminophen and aka Tylenol and asthma.
And asthma, we found that...
She's the researcher.
We found a couple studies, well, quite a few actually, linking acetaminophen to asthma and increased risks of like 50 to 200 something percent, and depending on the study you looked at.
Yeah.
And one was a meta-analysis, so that's pretty decent.
Meta-analysis is a place where you can go to really dive into the research that's been done on medications. Yeah.
Yeah. There's quite a few studies out there if you look them up, but a lot of them were linking asthma and then linking us to liver failure as a toxicity thing, which that's pretty scary too. I think that's scarier than
yeah. So with medications, you have recommended dosages that they provide for you, right? There's basically a therapeutic range, meaning you take too little of this drug and you're going to get no desired response. You're not going to get any change. You get to a certain level, you hit maybe a therapeutic range, and then you go above that and you hit toxicity, right? What's it telling us about Tylenol in toxicity with the liver? This is really, really scary. I want you to pay attention for a second. Go ahead and read this. This was out of
Medscape.
Medscape, okay.
Which shows a lot of different drugs and their interactions and all of that, which you can use that anytime you want, but overdose with acetaminophen can occur at any age. The therapeutic misadventure typically occurs in children younger than 1 year when caregivers give incorrect doses of medications containing acetaminophen. Poisoning can occur in toddlers and young children with unsupervised access to them. And then older adults can overdose or take too much when they're in pain. And then there was... in the United States, there were, I think it's the second leading cause of acute liver transplants in the United States.
Was it first?
That was the second leading cause of acute. And then in Great Britain, it's the first leading cause of liver transplants. Yeah, so
it said in there that it's a bigger risk than viral hepatitis, right? Yeah. So that's a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big deal. So be very wary about this type of medication and when to use it, how to use it.
Consult with your doctors about it.
Don't consult with me about it because
Yeah.
I just don't know. I don't know. We don't deal with medications. We work with the body's innate ability to heal and to repair itself, and by understanding, why the fever's there, how it's helping the body, understanding the natural process and rhythms of the immune system. We can work with the body instead of worrying about treating specific problems. We just make the body stronger, right?
That's what a fever's there for.
Yeah, that's what a fever's there for. So where the problem comes in, really, is we get talking about that narrow therapeutic range again. With babies, a lot of times the dosage on the bottles is going to be age related, and where it should be, what they were saying here is that it should be more like body weight related. But I would say when you're dealing with something as startling as that, I would say just avoid it at all costs. Wouldn't you?
I would. I don't want to touch this stuff.
Yeah. So I can tell you, and this is the only reason I'm telling you this so that you can see what it's how us weird chiropractors live. I've got my 3 boys right now, 6, 4, and 2, and between the 3 of them, the total amount of medication that they've taken between the 3 of them, 0. Never had any medication. Happy, healthy kids. All right, we're working with the body. Not to say if there wasn't something major that happened where we could use, medicine's life-saving technologies to keep them going and help them out, we wouldn't use that. Of course we would. We've been to, broken bones and stuff like that already too, which surprised me. They didn't even recommend any kind of pain reliever for that. So another thing that led us to this was it said that Tylenol for children under the age of 2 should not be used as a pain reliever because it doesn't do any good.
Yeah.
That's what the newest research on Tylenol came out to be. So at any rate, I'm going to close this conversation down for another day and leave you with one thought. Life is expressed and experienced through the nerve system. It happens no other way. You and your children are hardwired for health. If you're not achieving it, there's a reason why. I want to be the guy to help you find out. So if you have any questions about this, call our office at 563-556-6921, or you can join our Facebook page. Yeah, join or subscribe to our YouTube channel, or join our Google Circles. And really just start getting connected with this information. The more you know, the more you understand, the better decisions you can make, and the more importantly, the better health outcomes you can have for yourself and your family. So again, I'm Dr. Jack Hinderman.
And I'm Dr. Jenny Leist.
And we look forward to connecting with you soon.